relationships explained. The reason why I'm doing this video, of course, I'm close to 50, I put it that way. And there's a lot of relationships, of course, I've been through and been in and divorced and all that kind of stuff in the past as well. But I know when it comes to relationship, people are always wondering what exactly is a relationship? How is this supposed to look? What kind of components go into the relationship? I guess I put it that way. So in this video, of course, like I said, I definitely want to. I wrote down. I didn't even count them, y'all. They only run back. I wrote down a whole lot of things that I thought explained what relationships were. And of course, I go over give you a little bit more insight when I read them and stuff like that, just to give you all either an example or just more explanation about what I mean or what it meant, that kind of thing when I wrote this. But like I said, I know a lot of times we of course go through many relationships and we're wondering why the relationship didn't work out. Why am I still meeting the same Tom, Dick, and Harry? I mean, the same situation in this same in all these different people and Tom, Dick, and Harry. Why am I still being cheated on by all these people? And why we never have any good communication? All the relationships I've had and all these kind of things. Like I said, I definitely wanted to just bring some things to the forefront that I don't hear many talk about when it comes to relationships. Because of course we can all give you advice. I can give you advice as a life coach, as a social worker all day long. I got 1,000 tips, strategies, and all that kind of stuff as well. But we have to get down to the nitty gritty as to what actually a relationship actually supposed to be, look like, is explained. I guess I'll put it that way. So let me go ahead and get into this. Like I said again, relationships explained. I guess I'm not going to say number one because I don't know how many I got, but this is the first one. Two or more people coming together to build. And I put that a period after that because I know sometimes we have different types of relationships, whether you're LGBTQ, poly, whatever you are, monogamous, whatever that relationships mean to you. If it's two of y'all, then keep two of y'all. If not, whatever, two or more people coming together to build. Help coming together to build, and you're also helping each other usually break generational curses to better the legacy of your family heritage. Because the union you all are making, y'all are coming together, you're creating a family within that too, whether you have kids or not. Doesn't matter whether you have kids or not, you're still creating a family legacy within the union that you all are building. Like I said, it's two people coming together to help each other on, in simple terms, heal from different things that's happened in the past. I know a lot of folks don't look at relationships like that, but in every relationship we have, whether I'm talking about romantic relationships here, but any relationship that we have really, in on some level, if it's a healthier relationship, it will definitely help you heal from some of the traumas and the dramas that you've been through. Even if it's communication skills, even if it's how to relate to somebody, even if it's interpersonal communication, even if it's how to build rapport, even if it's how to, of course, not be so defensive when somebody's giving you some constructive criticism. Like I said, we all heal from each other in different ways. Sometimes the relationships are traumatic. This is not. I've been in those kind of relationships, and I hope that you're not in one at this present time. I'm no longer in one either, but I have been in those relationships, several of them in the past. This video won't get into all those relationships, but in another vlog, I definitely will. But like I said, definitely we have to realize that in a healthier relationship, you're helping each other break your generational curses or heal from those traumas and dramas that you and your family have been through. And like I said, you're building together as well. The next one is become better with each other and rise together. The point of the relationship is for y'all to become better with each other, not to be arguing all day long, fighting, arguing, want to kill each other, and all this kind of stuff going on. It's to become better with each other and to rise together. Nobody hating or jealous on the other person. You're wanting the other person to win because they want you to win too. And you're both working together to support each other as much as you can and given the time that you can, if and the know-how, if you know how to help them create their dream, I guess I put it that way. But you should just do some research. You can help in some type of way. But like I said, you're coming together to help each other build and rise, y'all. We're not trying to get together to become worse people and bad people and getting more trauma and trying to figure out what's what and all this kind of stuff. Yes, given, I know that when you have a relationship, yes, I know. In the beginning, you're still trying to learn each other. Yes, I know that. But a relationship isn't to get together to just have traumatic and drama and chaos all the time. It is not. You're supposed to be coming together to become better with each other and to rise together, not to fall and to go back into the crazy chaos you were in probably when you were growing up, like I was. The next one, relationships. Each other is holding each other accountable and responsible for whatever kind of behaviors that they have, and encouraging each other, like I said again, to be better. There's that be better again. I put that in that one too. But this goes along with holding each other accountable and responsible. Like I said before, you cannot have a relationship where somebody's always to yes, this you're fine, you never do anything wrong. They're not even telling you the damn truth. If it's a healthy relationship, that person, whoever you're with, is supposed to be able to tell you the truth, and you not get defensive and all upset and howling and yelling and going all this kind of stuff. If you know that person's there for you, you all made of course the relationship to of course love each other, to make each other better. There's going to be some times that person's going to tell you something about you that they don't like, or that you can do better, or they see that you're slipping. What's going on? Why aren't you doing this? That person is supposed to hold you accountable and responsible for your behavior and your actions. I'm not talking about in a bad way, putting you down or you dumb, you stupid, this kind of thing. But you, whatever you told them you're going to do and you're not doing it, they're supposed to hold you accountable for that. What happened to the movie you were going to make next year? Have you started writing the screenplay? You said you're going to start a business baking cookies. Where's the first recipe? You haven't made it yet. The year's almost over. What's going on? They're supposed to question you. If you're trying to build each other up and make each other better, how is that going to happen with y'all just saying nothing to each other about y'all goals? You have to say something to each other about your goals, and like I said, hold each other accountable and responsible for your actions and your behavior. If you messed up, yes, that person is supposed to call you out on it, not just let things slide. Letting things slide are those relationships that's going to bring you, I'm pretty sure, more drama, more trauma. And you ain't going to probably learn nothing in that relationship but except what not to do. The next one. Each person has their own roles they play to create something and build. Just know that everybody, whether you're man, woman, whoever's coming into this relationship, just know that everybody has their own specific role to play. And deep down inside, you know what that role is. If you're a parental figure, that's your role. Taking care of the household, taking care of the kids, or whatever it is. If you're the one who wants to get money and focus on building the household up financially and that kind of thing, then you go after that role. If you're the person who cooks clean, you love doing that, then that's your role. Yes, you all can work together. I'm not saying don't do that. But we know that within any kind of family unit, everybody plays a certain role in that family unit. Whatever you're groomed to do, or whatever your God or that kind of thing had instilled in you to do, that's what your role is. And like I said, play to create something and build. Play that role. Don't try to be something that you're not. Be whatever it is that you are. Don't be fake in the relationship. That causes issues and trauma and drama as well. Be the person that God created you to be, and play the role that you know that you're supposed to be playing in that relationship. And I've already talked about conquering the world together. So I've talked about that. Like I said, definitely conquering the world together. Y'all are teammates, not enemies. And I'm sure I'll talk about that more in this as I go down this list as well. And just when I talk about relationships, just know that if things don't work out, you're still able to learn from your partner. I know there are some relationships, like I said, that are traumatic and dramatic and chaotic, that you may learn just what not to do for them people. But if you're in a healthy relationship, sometimes things don't work out, and that's fine. But just know that when you all, of course, break up and that kind of thing, there should be at least one lesson that you've learned from this person that you can carry on throughout your life and or your next relationships. Whether it's to be better in communication, whether it's to be a better, partner in some kind of way, whatever it is, or be a better person, or be yourself more, whatever it is I'm sure you learned something from that person. The next thing I have down here is 2 sentences. Teach a man to fish, and he eats for a day. Teach a man to fish, and he eats for a lifetime. Your partner is not supposed to be the person who shows you every single thing that you need to do and teaches you every single thing that you need to do. That is your job. Yes, while your partner is there to, of course, love you and all these types of things, that person is not there to be codependent and show you exactly what to do with every single step of the way. They have their own life to lead. That's not how relationships work. I know I've been in relationships like that. Codependent relationships, unhealthy relationships where I'm study trying to show this person and tell this person what to do, how not to do it, when they should know a lot of these things already. As a grown man, I guess I put it that way. And as a grown woman, the same thing applies to me and any other woman as well. You cannot lead somebody else's life. They have to learn how to figure out their lives on their own. Yes, you can add to it. You can, of course, suggest things. You can, of course, encouragement and motivation and that type of thing. Yes, you can do that. Hold them accountable and responsible. Yes, you can do that in a relationship. But it's not your duty to take that person by the hand through every step of their life at all, to teach them how to live their life. They supposed to do that. And if for some reason in the beginning of your relationship or whenever you find that person cannot do that, and you're sick and tired of it, that is a choice you make to stay in that relationship or leave. That is really up to you. Yes, you can teach people certain things, and yes, you can show people certain things, but at some point, if that person cannot stand on their own 2 feet, they don't need a relationship at all until they get themselves together. And yes, as a social worker and a relationship coach and life coach, yes, I'm telling you that. If you cannot stand on your own 2 feet within any relationship, get your stuff together and then find a partner. Don't just go into a relationship and you want to depend on this person 24/7. That is not a relationship. That is codependency. Just like somebody talking about, oh, I wish my partner stopped drinking, but you're buying the liquor all the time. That's exactly what that is, and you should not do that in a relationship at all. Even though I've been in relationships like that, I know how that looks. If I'm talking to you, then stop that. The next one. Let me see what this is. Both of you. Oh, if both of y'all want it your way, there will be no relationship. Everybody is not right all the time. You can either be right or you can either have a relationship. And this applies to romantic and non-romantic relationships. Give me a second, y'all. This applies to both those kind of relationships. Everybody's not right all the time. At some point, you're going to have to take some constructive criticism or some what the other person don't like or whatever's going on in order to fix what that person's talking about. You cannot be in a relationship and be right all the time and everything is your way all the time. That is not a relationship. That is controlling. So like I said, you have to realize that if you want to be right, you should not be in a relationship either. Nobody's right all the time. People are wrong as two left feet a lot. It's only their experiences that they've been through. They have no idea what values, beliefs, and experiences their partner, not every single thing they've been through. Everybody has their own way of viewing the world. Your way may be right, yes, and their way is right as well. It's just not always you is them as well. Keep that in mind, because if you want to always be right and it's always your way, you're not going to have a relationship for long, or it's going to be very unhappy. The next one, you have, when it comes to relationships and being in saying I'm in love and all these kind of things, you have to understand, do you really actually love your partner, or do you love what they do for you? Are you there just for the benefits because they have money, or because they have a nice house, or they got a car you can drive, or they got food, or whatever it is? Are you there to actually just reap the benefits of the stuff that they have, or are you there actually for that person? In any relationship, people can tell if you're there for them or not, or if you're there just gold digging and taking all the stuff that they got because they have a house, a car, money, food, clothes, whatever it is, and can get you the same. That's not a relationship. While it's maybe a benefit of a relationship, if that's something that your partner wants to do out the kindness of their heart, then let them go ahead and do it. But if you're talking about you want to be in a relationship with somebody, you have to actually be in love with that person. Yes, you may not like that person some days. I understand that because they don't get on your damn nerve. But at some point, hopefully you go back to the love and liking of that person. I guess I put it that way. And not just there because the benefits that they have to give you, because you can move on into their house because you were standing in the projects or wherever you was at. Now they got a house, a car. Now you got all these benefits, and you can care less about this person and using this person. So please don't be a user. And if that's you, stop it. The next thing, I was just kind of talking about this. Love is a commitment. Respond with encouragement and kindness. What can you do to raise your partner's vibration as well when they're down? Sometimes, yes, your partner is going to have a bad day. I had a bad day the other day. My partner was, of course, what can I do for you? Is there anything I can do? I just told him I just needed a hug. That's all I needed once I got home from work. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, as they say. I don't know whether I had a dream or what, but my day was just like blah. Everything got on my damn nerves. Some days it's going to be like that. And like I said, you have to have a partner that's going to help you rise up out of that. While it's not their whole entire business to make your life perfect and that kind of thing at all, they can of course benefit you in that way to help you rise up out of those dark moments. Whether it's with words of encouragement, a touch, intimacy, whatever it is, a gift, a dinner, something like just kind words, a hug, like I said. Your partner is there to, of course, help you in that kind of way as well, and you're supposed to help them too, not just let them sink and fall and go into depression and this kind of thing. Help them as well. Now, just kind of put this is and the next one is kind of the same thing, so I'm not going to repeat that. Um, I put the next one is forgiveness is a commitment. Allow me to grow out of it, let it go, and start fresh. Be new with each other. Now, I put a lot of stuff in there, so I'm going to talk about the forgiveness as a commitment at first. We have to understand that in any relationship that we have, romantic or not, there's going to be some times where we have to forgive that person because of whatever happened, whatever situation has happened. And if you're not willing to forgive that person, meaning that you can move past this situation and be okay with whatever happened and not keep bringing it up and throwing the stuff in their face, if you cannot do that, then you don't need to be in that relationship either. Obviously, you cannot forgive them for whatever they have done, regardless as to whether it's cheating or whether it's lying, whatever, I don't know, stealing, whatever it is. I don't know. I'm making stuff up. I know those things do happen. But like I said, in any relationship, if you cannot forgive the person that you're with, you need to exit that relationship. And I'm telling you this from experience. I've been in relationships where I'm trying to forgive the person, is what I said. And of course, that makes it hard for both you and them. They can feel the tension and the anger and all that kind of stuff and the bitterness coming from you. They're not crazy, unless they're just socially inept. They can feel those kind of things coming, all the energy coming from you. We have to realize that forgiveness is really not for them at all, no matter what they've done. The forgiveness is for you to be at peace with yourself and heal from whatever has happened. Being at peace is the most important thing that you can do in a relationship. And that, like I said, that's all entwined in forgiveness. If you cannot forgive the person for whatever they have done in your relationship, then that means you probably don't need to be there. Get yourself healed and all this, fix yourself first and then come back to it if you can. If not, then leave it alone. That's why I put all this down here. But your partner also has to know that whatever they're forgiving you for, that it's not going to take one day for you to forgive them. It's going to take a little while for you to, of course, go through the process and grow out of that situation, whatever it was, in order for you to forgive them and to be able to move forward. We have to understand that for those of us who do the wrong and for those of us who, of course, have to accept the wrong, I guess I put it that way. The next one, let me see. Each relationship, you have to relearn everything. You can't expect the same things from them as your past partners. I put all this in here to say that everybody that you meet and everybody that you date and get with is not the same as your past partners who hurt you. Yes, I've been through trauma, drama, chaos in my relationships. I'm sure you have as well. But the person I'm with now is not the same person that cheated on me in the past. And he and I have had that conversation. Yes, it's going to take a little while to get that out of your head and to actually feel that you can trust the person that you're with. It may take a little bit, not just in the first month or two or that kind of thing. It may take a little while to explain to your new partner what's going on and how you're feeling. That's being vulnerable. We all have to do that if you want to be in a relationship with anybody. If not, then leave that relationship alone or just have a sex or whatever you're there for. But at some point, we have to realize that everybody is not the person that hurt us in the past, but we all hold on to all those grudges. We don't forgive. We're still bitter. We're upset. We're angry about it and taking it out on everybody else that we meet. It can be the best man or the best woman in the world, but we up here having a damn just insecure, cursing them out, going off on them. You gonna do this anyway, so leave me, because I've said the same exact thing to my partners too. Yeah, this has already happened to me in the past, and you got the same temperament, so go ahead and leave. I don't care. I've said all types of stuff like that to people. But I had to realize that I was the one who was taking all my past traumas and dramas out on this new person when they didn't even deserve that. You have to realize the same thing as well. And the last thing, let me see, you got to acknowledge the truth behind your partner's mind. Don't minimize your partner's experiences. That's one thing I've learned with all the relationships that I've had, romantic or not, is that I have to acknowledge that my partner has their own truth and their own visions and their own beliefs as well. And I should not minimize theirs because my experience was not the same as theirs. Everybody has different experiences. While they may be similar in some kind of way, everybody has different experiences. Respect your partner's experiences. Respect their values, respect their beliefs. Don't just come in, you should feel this way because I feel this way. That's not how a relationship works. And if you're still thinking like that, you don't need that relationship. Fix yourself first and come back to that relationship. You can't dictate everybody's life because your life was a certain way. Theirs should have been too, and they should have learned those same lessons, like I said before. Now, I know I've said that too to people too. You should already know this, or this should be that, and this should be that. Just because I know it and learned it in some type of way, don't mean that everybody has learned and experienced that same thing as well. Some people may not have, but it's common sense to me or us is not common sense to them. Respect, like I said, the truth of your partner's experiences, values, and beliefs. Like I said, don't minimize and play down. Oh, that's stupid. You should have did this, or that's dumb. Has your family this way, and that's stupid. Why you don't know this? That does not make your partner feel secure in this relationship by putting them down because of the experiences that they've been through. That makes them feel worthless. I'm sure they don't want to be there after hearing all that. Some still may stick around, but they'll be upset, or not upset and angry about it probably for the rest of the time y'all together, unless they forgive you. Just keep in mind that your partner has different experiences than you have. And that does not mean that their experiences are wrong. That does mean that those are their experiences. So y'all, I'm going to get my butt off here. Like I said, I definitely want to bring this video to y'all today, just talking about relationships explained, kind of talking about like I said, I'm almost 50, so of course talking about my views and my what I see a relationship as. I guess I put it that way, but like I said, relationships explained what a relationship is to me and how it looks as well. I hope that you all have enjoyed this video this morning. I know I saw some folks coming on here. Of course, thank you for tuning in today. I do want to say before I get off here, make sure that you, of course, subscribe to my channel. This is Tonetta Clay, and I'm your social worker coach. So like I said, definitely subscribe to the channel. If you like hearing videos about relationships, mindset, growth, healing, moving forward, like I said, this is your channel. So with that, again, this is Tonetta. Peace out, y'all. Have a great day. And definitely feel free to share this video out with somebody that needs to hear this and that's in a relationship and that you see that's struggling. So with that, y'all, I'm going to get off here. And again, if any of these things hit home for you and you don't know how to fix these things, the girl Tonetta is a social worker and a life coach. I'm here to help you fix them. There's going to be a link in the description of the video that you're more than welcome to, of course, apply to, of course, work with me one-on-one. Just fill it out. Like I said, that's free to do. I put it that way. So like I said, definitely fill out and let me know how I can help you, especially if you can't get past or through some of these things I talked about in this video about relationships today. So again, this was Relationships Explained. Have a great one, y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Take care.